All right, people, it is official. The Jets have a brand new head coach. Yes, folks, it is just broken. It is now 10:20 p.m. This broke about 4 minutes ago, to be exact at that point, at this time. The Jets have hired Robert Saleh as their new head coach. They have now agreed, according to Adam Schefter, on a 5-year deal. The search is over, and the Jets get their guy. So all the panic, all the hysteria that we saw from Jet fans yesterday as Saleh left the building on what was it, Wednesday afternoon, was going down to Florida to interview with the Eagles front office brass and then go over to the Chargers. The Jets have brought in Arthur Smith, the Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator, for an interview, and everyone thinking, when you let somebody out the building, that's usually that's not a good sign. What's going on here? Well, it was just a formality in a lot of respects, and the Jets and Saleh have now agreed on a 5-year deal. It is now official as the Jets get their man, and from everything that you hear about Saleh, again, as I mentioned in the last video about the interview process, this is a guy who was a top defensive coordinator, considered one of the top defensive coordinators in the National Football League, is considered by a lot of people in the NFL a leader of men, the CEO type that the Johnson brothers have been looking for, and Joe Douglas, for that matter, have been looking for. And his defenses have been top 10 pretty much every year that he's been the defensive coordinator for the 49ers the last 4 years. They were 8th in the league this past season. They were 2nd in total defense just last year when the Niners went to the Super Bowl, which they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Jets get their guy. He comes in, and of course the big key is going to be, and I'm sure this will be more information coming in as the night rolls on here, who will be his offensive coordinator. There was a lot of talk about him bringing either the 49ers passing game coordinator, Mike LaFleur, who is the brother of Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, or bringing in the running game coordinator of the 49ers, which is Mike McDaniel. So one of those guys might be coming with him to be the offensive coordinator of this team. And of course, what's the future going to be as far as the Jets players are concerned, specifically Sam Darnold, the quarterback situation? Does Sam Darnold stick around? Do the Jets go out there and draft another quarterback in the April draft? Those will be questions that we have to answer in the coming weeks, if not months, obviously. But for tonight, the Jets have their man in tow in Robert Saleh. And ironically, this comes just hours after the Jacksonville Jaguars signed Urban Meyer to be their head coach. The Jets wasted no time, decided to jump on it and get their head coach in place. Like I said, like a lot of people have talked about, you want to if you have your guy, if you like the coach that you've interviewed, you might as well sign him as soon as you possibly can and not risk losing him to another team. And of course, Saleh was in high demand across the National Football League. So the Jets get their coach. Jet fans, finally, it's been a long time. Think about this. You've gone from googly eyes with Adam Gase and 2-14. Before that, you had Todd Bowles, who was a good guy, but very, very milquetoast, not a lot of emotion. And now you get a guy in here in Saleh who is, by all accounts, leader of men, guy who's well respected among players across the National Football League, especially those who he's had in Seattle and as well as in San Francisco, but a guy who also was a high energy guy as well. So this is going to be very interesting, and of course also a part of the Pete Carroll coaching tree. So it's going to be very interesting. It's a very different kind of hire for the Jets, one that they usually never make in the past. The Jets were looking for a culture change. They have done that potentially with this move. Now, of course, we have to see the games. Of course, we'll see what happens when games happen, and we'll see what at that point. But for now, today's a good day, a good night for that matter, to be a New York Jets fan. Remember, folks, to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/OpenMicProgram, @OpenMicNJ on Twitter, and remember, like and subscribe right here to the Sports Talk Nation.